Hello. Now, one would think that in the non-duality community and in the awakening community, there is no taboo. We can talk about everything. One would think. And yet, when I say that it's very important for you to have a strong sense of self, for you to have a successful awakening experience, then a lot of people, they, have a reaction by that, because we're not supposed to have a sense of self. We're not, we that is what we are working so hard to seeing through. And yes, absolutely, there is no separate self. There is no sense of self. There is no constant I here at all. I absolutely agree. But you were not raised in a vacuum. You were raised based on causes and conditions, right? From your last trimester until you were 19 years old, the entire psychosocial formation happened of you. And that was based on your parents. Look at them. That is what shaped you. Now, if you did not have strong boundaries, if you never were taught, how to take care of yourself, if you never were taught to love yourself and to look in the mirror and have this sense of proud of things you have accomplished and be happy to be you. If that didn't happen, you got work to do. And I know that right now there's going to be lots of radical non-dualists out there that are sitting and saying, no, there is just this. And I agree with you. But if we have a trauma body, if we have an experience in the body, that experience is going to dictate how you hear everything that people are saying. You are reactive in relationships because of those traumas. And I'm not saying that they're real. I'm saying that there's a part of the body that still reacts as if they are. We're not here in the world right now reacting in this moment to what is arising in this moment. If there is something bigger at play, if there's something underlying that needs to be addressed, we cannot react in this moment. We cannot respond in this moment if we have a little voice in our ears telling us that this is dangerous, you are vulnerable, you need to escape. We cannot be in the moment if we do not have a feeling of safety with being in the moment. And to be in the moment, you need to have had a strong sense of self. Now, Todd and I, we have had lots of experiences. And I'm sure if you are sitting and listening to this and you are also a teacher in the non-dual or in the awakening community, you have experienced people as well that has come to you that has never ever had that feeling of a separate self. And if we're uneducated, we might think, wow, that's amazing. There's nothing to see through because there had never been anything to see through. That is amazing. They came to the world and they just saw through the delusion of a self. That is amazing. But it's not. It's not. In order for us to function in the world independently, we need to learn to be independent, because you were not born independent, right? From the last trimester until you're 19 years old, that's the formative years. That is where you are learning how to hold a fork, what snow is, how the neighbor is, how we greet the neighbor. Everything you know about finances, you were taught. Everything you don't know about finances, you were taught. The way you are in the world today, it's just a production. It's just a reproduction of your causes and conditions. You are a copy of mom and dad. No matter how much you hate for me to say that, you are. Who else should have created the causes and conditions that are you? You need a strong sense of self. Now, if you sit and you have never ever had the feeling of a sense of self, go to the second fetter and work with the underlying beliefs that we have. We have like an underlying toxic starting point that is dictating how we are in the world. And I can warmly recommend you to go there. You need to have a strong sense of self before you start to see through the delusion of the self. You need to have strong boundaries. You need to have self-care for the non-self. You need to have self-love and self-worth. If those 5 factors are not present, you cannot have a successful, I can't really say that word, awakening path. It will be very, very bumpy ride, and you will bump into doubt all the time. You will doubt all the time, because that is your body telling you that there's something here that you need to address, and you do that in the second fetter. So may you have a strong sense of self. May you look in the mirror and have a feeling of being proud, and know that that does not mean anything. Thank you.